time.
Thanks for joining me today at Sloth Valley Racing. For those who don't know, my name is Dan, and today it's dyno time. We're gonna put a whole boatload of 4-gear chassis to the test. I'm looking for my winner for the 4-gear contest. Are you guys ready? Because I sure am. Okay, so here's the lineup I'll be looking at. I'll be checking out the 4-gear chassis under all of these funny cars. I'm looking for the fastest one, and that's the one I'm going to use for the 4-gear challenge. So under one of these beauties is what I'm looking for today. Let's get at it. All right, the first car we'll look into, the Snap-on. If we have to, we'll be doing a little bit of oiling, and we'll be seeing how good it can run on the dyno. We won't be running them down the track today. We're just looking for the fastest chassis that I own, and I'm gonna buff those contacts. I just use this nail file and just give it a little buff. There we go. There we go. They're all cleaned up and shiny now. All right, so let's start off by having a look here. Okay, it's already got a steel guide pin in it, so we should be able to just put this right on the dyno. And it looks like that tire got put on backwards somehow. And that one's leaning over too far. Okay. All right, so that chassis is out. I can't stabilize it on the dyno, which means it's going to be no good to me in a further set. So I'll have to work on that. Next one, the Motocraft. Nice looking car for sure. This one already has a steel pin on it, as you can see there. Now we're gonna have to line the tires up a little better. In fact, let's use the white. I'll standardize it with the white tires. They're soft. They're the S1s, and that's what I'll be using for my racing anyways, so we might as well just use the S1s for all of them. Okay. All right. So that's sticking up a little bit too much there, and it's backwards. All right. Okay, that's backwards too. There we go. There we go. All right, so okay, so let's add a little oil to the important places. So I was scheduled to go live on Friday night. I had scheduled it a week previous because I normally don't do lives on Friday. But I thought because of the amount of cars that I was going to go over, I would do a live and then show everybody what I was doing to find the car I wanted for my race. Now that didn't work out quite as planned due to two other creators planning live streams at the exact same time. So I think it's something as creators we're going to have to figure out because everybody going live at once doesn't help the hobby at all. So that's the reason why as creators we should be not just going live on a spur of a moment at any time. We should actually be setting times for our lives. That way people can go back and look or ask and say, hey, has anybody scheduled a live for this time? Can we get two out of this car chassis? Yeah, we sure can. All right, so this will go into the possibilities pile. Take the wheels off. Put that car beside the chassis. We'll move this one over. All right. The next car is a Jag Hobbies, and you want to see the difference. That car running good, or that chassis running good, was just 200. All right, so that's the difference. This is a this is a Jag Hobbies DR1, and that is not part of the 4-gear competition. Here is a Jag Hobbies DR1 GT, and it again is not part of that. Now let's have a look at what it does on the dyno. Oh boy. Oh, I know what's going on here. Did I break the pin? Broke the guide pin. Damn. And of course, Jag Hobbies has a different size guide pin than everybody else. So that car is, I can't even show that car. But here we are. This is the Dodge Power Broker car. Matt Hagen drives this car. Switch out the tires. Get these on. Okay, and now we need a guide pin, a steel one. We'll have to take it off of this car, no biggie. There we go. There we go. All right, so here we go. Oh, well, that's funny. This one's missing the gear, so I could use it for the competition. So we'll put that one to the side for now. You can see it's got no back gear there. I took it out so that I could roll it to make videos, but that's okay. We have the Napa car. And we'll oil it up and have a look. Of course, we'll change the pin And we will also change the back tires. So there we go. Let's get the S1s on here. Okay. All right, so here we go. And of course, this is the Napa car. Let's move this one out of the way for now. I gotta get that gear. Well, I'd certainly say this chassis is looking pretty strong. 200 already. I haven't even oiled it. So we're gonna do that. It looks like it's already been oiled though. Okay, here we go. So we just had 200 before I did the oiling. All right. So this also looks like another good chassis. I need the pin from this one for the next car. Put that there. Okay, that goes here, onto that one. This goes onto this one. Move these to the side for now. All right. So here we have the Auto Club sponsored AAA. This is Robert Height car. Okay. By the way, these steel guide pins are all AFX. So if you're wondering if you can fit AFX guide pins into a Auto World chassis, well, there's your answer. Okay, so here we go. We'll get it on the dyno. All right, so we could probably straighten this tire up a bit, it looks like. Seems to be wobbling around quite a bit. Pardon me. Let's put it back on. We could probably get 190 out of this without oiling it, but we're about to oil it. We'll see what happens. So this car will not be part of the contest. Take the tires off. We'll take the pin out. And we'll put this on the far side. Just in case you guys are all wondering, you know, what a good number looks like. Well, here's a Viper. I'll let this run for a quick second. Woo! That's awesome polymod action. That's all I got to say. Oh, here comes the V1. Let's see what that looks like. This one is has the clip for the Tyco. It appears this one is working better than my polymod right now. And shouldn't be. Let's have a look at that again. Maybe I should oil this. Let's try that. Okay. I gotta clean the rollers. That's what's going on. Rollers are dirty. Rollers are dirty. Okay. Tires are dirty too, probably. Handy dandy. Beautiful. All right, back to where we were. So we'll move the Vipers out of the way. What do we got here now? We're on the DHX. So far we have 2 cars over 200. I'll show you what the next step is, of course, after we find out which cars we'll be using. Or which chassis, pardon me. Okay. Get the white tires on. I do have black tires like this as well, but they disappear really quick. Okay, let's oil it up. Okay. The next thing we're going to be checking, in case anybody's wondering, is we're going to be checking back here, see how much play is back there. On this one, not much at all. I'll see if I can find a bad one. Murder Valley Racing's been working on fixes for that. If they're too loose, no, that one's okay. All right, so we'll go over that in a minute. All right, so here we have the Napa car. And of course, if you remember, it came with the truck and car set. The semi, it came with the semi as well. So we'll get it on the dyno and see what it does. Remember, we're in the search of 200 or more, which in terms of HO is pretty slow, but in terms of standard 4-gear chassis, it's actually not bad. So we got to get rid of this, the old fin. Now I need Auto World keeps making those fins, those plastic fins. Garbage, Auto World, garbage. Okay, here we go. Well, I can see the brass or the copper on the armature is well coated, so it's probably having a terrible time trying to get worked up here. It'll take off in a minute once the brushes get a little bit decarbonized, if you will. We should see this chassis at least get to about 170. Oh, here we are, 160. Okay, I'm just gonna give the roller a good clean. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's get it on there again quickly. Oh. Okay, so, oh, I also forgot to oil it. So let's oil it quickly. Okay, let's get it on the track again. Or sorry, on the dyno. Sounds better already. No, just can't get this copper cleaned up enough. I would have to put way too much effort into this. So this one will not be making the cut. And we have another Jag DR1 GT. That I've completely chowed the gearing on. Because the gearing essentially just stripped. I can't even put it down. Oh my gosh. Wow. Look at that. Chowed. Not very strong gearing, that's for sure. Certainly didn't put a lot of effort into that one not working. Very strange. It's kind of expensive to only really get 3 or 4 runs out of it. All right, well, here we go. This, of course, if you remember, the absolutely fantastic livery on this car, the Infinite Hero car. Let's have a look. Oh, we're going to have to put the steel guide pin in. And, of course, the white tires. And we'll put them on a roll on the roller. And here we go. Let's see what she does. Okay, now this is off a 30-year-old chassis. So was that last one. They still run, but they don't run as good. It's all because of the carbon buildup on the copper. They used really good copper back then, and it gets really you get that heavy coating. You get that heavy coating on it, so that would take some cleaning up to do, and that's not the point of this video. So we're now on the Peak Performance. This is a John Force car, and I'm just switching up the tires currently. Tire switch. Tire switch. Okay. And now we need the steel guide pin. Once again, take the steel guide pin out. And we'll put it in the new chassis. Our newer chassis. Okay. Okay, now if you're wondering what I was talking about looking at the back axle for the for one that wasn't wobbling around, look at this one. See that? Look at that. Look at how much it wobbles around there. This one here. There you go. There's a good look at it. Now here's a look from one of the ones that I will be using. Look at how tight this one is. Now, if you're wondering how to fix this problem, go see Murder Valley Racing. He shows you how to put an actual screw there, not this rivet. Absolutely fantastic. Great job. All right, so where are we here? We were on this one. Okay, so this is one of the ones I'll be using. We'll move everything to the side. I'll be using this one. Okay, so that's good. Second to last, but certainly not least, we have Blue Death. It too is a John Force car. It's already got the steel guide pin in it. Let's just change up the tires. Okay. I think we found our chassis. This is stock, by the way. Give it a little oil. So about 250. All right. So it looks like this chassis will be the one. Let's put that to the side. I do not want to mix that one up. We have one left. I believe this is the one where the magnets were put in backwards. Let me just double check that. No, this was not that one. All right then. Let's see what we got then. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, here we go. Woo! Holy cow. All right, so that one's over too. Let's oil it now before we gets too crazy. So if you haven't heard, I'm holding the 4-gear challenge. And what the challenge really is basically just build a auto whirl 4-gear. Has to be an auto whirl 4-gear. And whoever gets down my drag strip timed with the Sick Dragon timing system will win. What do you win, you say? Well, I have no interest in gaining anything from these competitions. So the winner will take all the chassis home. Yep. The winner will take everybody's chassis home. And it looks like this one might be a pretty good one. Pretty good candidate. Same with the other one. All right, let's see it one more time. Okay. So that'll be the other chassis I'll use for the competition. I'll have two. I'll work on them. Just in case you're wondering, this is an Auto World extraction, obviously. Let's put this one on the dyno. There we go. Of course, you get a little more speed out of it because there's one less gear for the motor to push around. Sounds like it hasn't been oiled. Probably hasn't. Right on. And of course, this was a part of the truck and car set. Sounds better already. Haven't even put it back on the dyno yet. I want to thank you for joining me today at Sloth Valley Racing. Today, of course, we looked at the cars that I have available to me for the 4-gear challenge. Now, these aren't all the 4 gears I own. These are just the ones that I use on my set. So today we've discovered I have 2 cars that are easily over 220. An average Auto World 4-gear will run between 170 and 190. So these would be those sort of 1 in 50 cars, and thank goodness I have about 100 4-gear chassis, where that the 1 and 50 car means I have 2 out of the 100. So not bad odds. So here we are. We've got the 2 cars for the 4-gear challenge now, or at least the 2 chassis. People have been wondering about sending their own shells. Please don't bother. It's not really worth it. As you can see, I have plenty of shells we can put on your chassis to make your chassis look as fast as you think it is. And of course, these are the 2 cars that I will be using. Now, once again, before we head out, I just want to make note, if that back gear here is wobbling around, remember, go see Murder Valley Racing. He shows you how to straighten that up and put a screw there instead of the rivet. So these 2 here work just perfect for me. This one's tight. That's the reason why I'm accepting it. I see it's bouncing around a little bit, but it is awfully tight. So, and it's running over 230. So we may have to accept it or tighten it up. So I want to thank you guys all for watching today. Absolutely fantastic. Once again, the 4-gear challenge. Get down my drag strip as fast as you can. Well timed on the 6 Dragon timing system. If you're interested, time's running out. Let me know soon, because deadline for entry is November 15th. That's only 1 week away, 1 week and a bit. So if you want in, I want you to be in. So make sure that happens. From all of us here at Sloth Valley Racing, don't forget. Oh yeah. Make sure you check us out Monday night for Monday Night Slot Car Live, as this week I go live with my creator members. And we talk about what everybody's been up to. And then in the following Thursday, we go live with Raul from Conquest Racing, Patriot Hobbies, Matt, and Chris from Southern Slot Racing, where we're going to talk about how creators, what creators can do to start pumping up our hobby. So, once again, thanks guys. I absolutely appreciate it. And don't forget, get your heart drag racing.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep. You want to go do
Slot cars in the garage?
Yep.